All right, so in this video, we're going to talk about, the NBA. As you can see, I got my NBA a jacket on, and this is about free and agency. As we can see, there's a lot of free agency moves. Players are moving around. Some players are just staying with their teams. And some of these players are getting a lot of money. So, let's talk about it. Like, for me, the James Harden and with the Nets trade rumor talk, it's not going to work because, I don't see it as a good fit. Him, Kyrie, and KD. You got three extraordinary players that probably need, ISOing on the ball. Um, Sorry about that. James Harden. James Harden to me, don't he's a great player, but it's just like he always fumbles the bag. On just like playoff stats wise. We all know he has a history of like I'm not showing up in big moments in the playoffs. But in the regular season, he always like shows up, and I'm with decent, fantastic numbers and whatnot. So if I was the Nets, I would not do that trade. If I was Houston, I would try my hardest, to keep Harden. Now, for the Lakers, and I am a LeBron fan. That's my guy. LeBron is my guy. I'm looking forward to a repeat. Back to back champs, hopefully. Um, Shout out Dwight Howard. And thank you for all the moments in this, and you giving us in that. You deserve a championship, man, and it's like a come full circle for you that you started your career in Orlando, and all these years later, now you won a championship in Orlando, which is pretty dope, man. And my best wishes to you on your next season with the 76ers. And to Avery Bradley on the Heat. The Heat and defensively is going to get better. It's going to be scary. I wonder if they can keep Jay Crowder because he's a great defensive guy. Like he can shoot threes as well. And Jimmy Butler is definitely going to stay there. That's his team now. That's crazy that the Heat beat the Bucks in the playoffs. They beat what are the teams they beat in the playoffs? Yeah, the Pacers too in the playoffs. Oh, and also the Celtics too in the Eastern Conference Finals. Yeah. Um, so man, the Heat are going to be fine. They got Tyler Hero, they got Duncan Robinson. Man, the boys going to be straight. Um, let's see what else. I'm trying to think, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm trying to think. I should have wrote these things down, but hey, I like to freestyle on these videos. um, on the Russell Westbrook versus John Wall trade. Well, to me, Russell Westbrook, man, it's tough to be Russ because, or to be a fan of him because we all know that this man Russ, he always gives his, the absolute best on the court and never cheats the game. He always going at 100 miles per hour. But the thing is with Russ, he always well, sometimes makes bad decisions on the court. Turnovers. He averaged 5 turnovers a game uh, in the season, and I don't know which season it was, but it's just like his value in the NBA is, is declining. Like he can't shoot from three well. He can only attack at the rim. Or like when he drives to the basket, he always passes it out to his teammates, and likely going to be a catch and shoot three or like a turnover. So it's tough. It's tough for us. You know what I'm saying? He ain't happy. You know what I'm saying? Him and James Harden were exchanging words, you know what I'm saying, back and forth. Um, hopefully that he goes to a team that, you know, I said that he can be the man. He needs to go to a team like something that I'll give him like playoff and contention. You know what I'm saying? A team that will be like probably in the fifth or sixth seed on either the East or the West. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying, he likes to average those triple doubles and whatnot. But with James, but with John Wall, you know what I'm saying? And we heard on Twitter that John Wall wants to request a trade. You know what I'm saying, to go somewhere else. Probably to the Lakers. That would be good. You know, and hopefully they got the money for it. But, you know what I'm saying, it would be nice to see John Wall and Bron going at it, you know what I'm saying, with each other. That would be awesome. I just want to give John Wall a chance, though, even though he has suffered injuries and may have shooting on perimeter problems. He's still a great point guard, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people forget that he was one of the fastest point guards in the league, You know what I'm saying? My brother, he's a big John Wall fan. And, like, let's say I watch highlights of John Wall on how fast he is and how he goes to the lane, you know what I'm saying, and dunks it, and then dunks the ball with his left hand, which is absolutely incredible. You know what I'm saying? He done that spin move, that one infamous spin move at the Los Angeles Clippers on Matt Barnes. That was insane. That was years ago, but that was insane. Yeah, man, hopefully we get to see John Wall on the court and play a full season, healthy, and you know what I'm saying, ready for action. Now, for the Clippers, I ain't got nothing to say for them because, I mean, they took an L, a 3-1 lead, blew it in the playoffs. That's tough. And, playoff P, pandemic P, PG 13%. He's due to water, trash in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? We see that throughout the NBA. It's a lot of people say that it's a mental problem with him, that his mindset in the playoffs is not there, that he has terrible basketball IQ. You know what I'm saying? And there was one point in the playoffs months ago that Paul George turned the ball over and Montrezl Harrell was just giving him a mouthful. Like, come on, man, what are you doing? This and that. You know, it's sad, man, because PG, in the playoffs, he stated that he was going through mental issues, you know what I'm saying, with depression and all types of stuff, man. And prayers for him on that, you know what I'm saying. I don't want him to do nothing crazy, you know what I'm saying, to injure himself, you know what I'm saying, or to cause damage to him mentally. But hey, man, if, you know what I'm saying, my message for Paul George is this, man, you got to perform better. I mean, like, you know what I'm saying, you were the third candidate for MVP. You were the third candidate for Defensive Player of the Year. But every time in the playoffs, you just don't show up, man. You just don't give off that MVP vibe that people expect you to be. You know what I'm saying, in the NBA. And that's for Kawhi Leonard. He's not a leader to me. He's just an extraordinary player that does what he does. He doesn't do nothing flashy. He doesn't talk too much. You know what I'm saying? He's not a leader. He ain't a leader like Bron. You know how leaders, you know what I'm saying, talk to their teammates and always, you know what I'm saying, tell them to hey, man, you need to do this and that, blah blah blah, woody whoop. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You need to defend him more, man. You need to shoot and not hesitate, bro. You know what I'm saying? But Kawhi ain't that guy to, galvanize the troops. And Montrezl Harrell is on the Lakers. Excuse me. That's pretty good for the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? They got an energy guy along with Alex Caruso. That's going to be a huge hit. That's going to be helpful. You know what I'm saying? When the Lakers' energy is low, you know what I'm saying, Montrezl Harrell Montrezl Harrell can be put back in and to you know what I'm saying, to give these guys energy. Like, come on, man, run the play, rev it up. And then we just got news today, you know, earlier today, that Gordon Hayward is going to the Hornets to join LaMelo Ball, and he got a beautiful extension contract. I think it's 4 years, 120 million. Oof, got him, 120 million, bro. That's beautiful. That's insane. Now, if I'm a Celtics fan, I'm glad that he's out of there because he didn't do nothing at all. I mean, for Gordon Hayward, man, ever since that 2018 injury, it's been tough. You know what I'm saying? Like, he hasn't been the same, you know. And there were a lot of people in the NBA once he signed that contract on the Celtics after his injury, and after he came back, people were wondering why Brad Stevens was giving him starter minutes when he was just coming off a horrendous injury. They were like, you know that Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum just took LeBron to a Game 7 in the 2018 Finals. You know that these guys' talents are booming out of here, you know what I'm saying? Like, out of this stratosphere to the stars. So for the and I just got on Twitter, and there were a lot of rumors saying Kemba Walker for Terry Rozier trade talks. Now, if that happens, that would be crazy. Kemba Walker comes back on Charlotte, and then Terry comes back to the Celtics. Like, it was all for nothing, apparently. You know what I'm saying? Like, those two guys go on to the different teams, and they just come back into their team that was traded for. If that makes sense, if I was just rambling my words. But, you know, so let's talk about Giannis in Milwaukee. Now, for Milwaukee, they're doing a great job to keep Giannis there. They want Giannis to stay. You know what I'm saying? They can't afford to lose him. He's a 2-time MVP and a Defensive Player of the Year. You know, but the Boban Bogdanovic trade rumors, man, I think it hurt them because Boban said, I ain't going out to Milwaukee. Hell no, I ain't going that. So Milwaukee has to find another asset for Giannis to stay. But if I'm Giannis, you got to develop your jump shot, you know what I'm saying? All this spin around dunks, you know what I'm saying, to the lane, to the basket. Man, we already seen that a dozen times, you know what I'm saying? You got to shoot, you know what I'm saying, because Anthony Davis, you know what I'm saying, for example, and that's a great comparison. Anthony Davis is a better skilled player than Giannis because Anthony Davis got a jump shot and that he can shoot threes mid-range, you know what I'm saying? He got that, you know what I'm saying, like, he could dribble like a point guard, you know, he can do all that. And now for Golden State. Golden State, first and foremost, so prayers for Klay Thompson. You know, saying we heard that he suffered an Achilles injury, man. For me personally, it hurts because I wanted to see him and Steph back in action. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It would be it would have been a great sight to see Steph and Klay versus Bron and AD. That would be pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? I think LeBron would have wanted that. It would have been a great sight to see that. But unfortunately, it doesn't happen, man. And prayers and to get the greatest strength for Klay Thompson, you know what I'm saying? We wish you for the best, bro. Now for Steph, he's gonna go off this season. He's gonna go back to that babyface assassin, Steph Curry. You know what I'm saying? That Steph Curry I used to hate because he was just unstoppable. I used to hate on Curry because he would put on these spectacular performances and shoot these threes that were just unstoppable and that you couldn't touch him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he used to do all these dribble moves that, you know, shake defenders out their boots. I was like, man, why can't nobody get him? But, you know what I'm saying, I don't hate him no more because I realized that why hate on the man? That's just succeeding, and I shouldn't hate on anybody at all. And I like Steph Curry. He's one of my favorite players. He beat my favorite LeBron player. Did he beat my homeboy LeBron in 2015, 2017, and 2018? So I got to give him, the respect he deserves. A unanimous MVP. You should have won Finals MVP. I don't know why Andre Iguodala won Finals MVP in 2015. Probably because he was that dude who was putting them on his back to get over the hump over Braun in 2015. Now, Steph is going to go off. They got Kelly Oubre, which is great. Kelly Oubre has this reputation as being one of the most handsomest dudes out there. Pause. But dude got that hair. Hey man, he swagged out. But yeah man, that's it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to this channel. This is my second video for today, and more to come. Thank you.